Hi. Hey. It is very hot here. The heat decided to arrive yesterday, and my room is very hot because the air is off, the windows are shut, the door is shut. So I thought I would just do a casual video tonight because I think that's all I can manage. So I was thinking I would do a little would you rather if you care to join. So I just collected a few would you rather questions. I'm going to read through them, and I would love to know what your answer is. In particular, if there's a question that strikes you as just particularly thought-provoking or important to answer post-haste, I would love to hear your answers. So, without further ado, I think I have 15 questions maybe, and I'm just gonna run through this video and leave all the traffic sounds in and not pause, and I hope that's okay, and I would love for you to tell me if it's not, so that I know not to do it that way in the future. If it is okay, that'd be great, just because it would make things so much easier. I'm not sure how much you can hear, I guess, so your feedback would be very appreciated. Okay, so would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? 10 minutes late or 20 minutes early? I think this one's easy. I would rather be 20 minutes early. I hate the feeling that comes with being late. I always feel the need to apologize, even if the other people don't think it's a big deal. It sticks me right here. I'm actually living in Argentina. The schedules tend to be a bit more flexible, or if someone invites you over, you don't have to be there on the dot. You can be half an hour late, if you're just going over to their house, and it's not a big deal. It's preferred, actually. So that took some getting used to for me, and I liked it in the end, and I got used to it in the end, and I used to be even more punctual than I am now. But it's interesting because a friend of mine actually explained to me that although it's common to feel that you're inconveniencing someone by showing up late, we often forget that by showing up early you can also inconvenience them. Maybe they're not ready, maybe they have something else to do, something they're finishing up, and you interrupt that. So that can be something good to keep in mind. But yeah, I wouldn't mind being 20 minutes early for everything and just read. That's what I do anyway. It doesn't seem like that much of an inconvenience. And especially for job interviews and things like that, I'd rather assume the minor inconvenience myself than inconvenience other people. So, would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never have to stand in line again? I would rather... I don't like driving, so I don't mind red lights because it sounds silly to say what I'm about to say, but they give me a chance to stop and collect myself, maybe breathe a little bit. I think if you were a very good driver, it could be really fun to have all the traffic lights green, so you could just drive unhindered, show off your, I don't know, prowess. That's not something that I have. And I don't like driving, so I try not to do it as much as possible. So that to say, I'd rather not stand in line. Or you know what? I take it back. I would rather have all the lights green so that I could drive less time total. There we go. And still stand in line, because although it's not great to stand in line, it is nice to people watch. It's a good people watching opportunity. Would you rather spend the rest of your life with a sailboat as your home or an RV as your home? So would you rather live the rest of your life in a sailboat or an RV? This one's hard because I don't love the idea of being on the water all the time, but you have the sky in front of you. You're just surrounded by nature, and you don't have you have the open sky above you. Whereas with an RV, I feel like I would get a little claustrophobic and maybe not always stand up straight because I felt like I was in a cramped space. That said, you can park it in forests. I don't love water as much as some people do, but I think I would still say a sailboat in the end. If I'm being honest, just because it's more of a romantic idea. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather give up all drinks except for water, or give up eating anything that was cooked in an oven? I drink mostly water anyway. I don't drink any pop really at all. But I love coffee, and I love to have alcohol occasionally. That can be nice. I think I would give up eating anything cooked in an oven. And I think I would do that in part, or I would struggle less with that, because my family growing up, we didn't cook a lot. My parents didn't really cook. It was we were all very busy, so it was kind of like fend for yourself kind of thing. So for dinner, I would have like a lot of sandwiches I made myself, and things like that. So I don't mind not having a hot meal at night. Hot meals are great, but I don't mind it. Also, you'd still be able to cook on the stove. So that one's easy. I would give up things cooked in an oven to be able to have some whiskey and coffee. And tea when I'm sick, like ginger tea when you're sick. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather 5% of the population have telepathy or 5% of the population have telekinesis? You are not a part of the 5% that has the special power. Oh man. I'm not scared of people reading my mind, or am I? I guess this question is more, would you rather some people be able to read your mind, or some people be able to do crazy harm? And more than its effect on me, I would worry about the population in general. Like, with telepathy, maybe there'd be more identity theft. And now that I'm saying all this aloud, I don't know why I'm assuming they would use it to their own advantage and not to the greater good, for the greater good, you know? Like if 5% of the population had telepathy, you could put some of them on some kind of panel and they could help solve crimes or hold people accountable or something. And what kind of panel would the people with telekinesis have? It just seems like it would be related to national defense or something, so I guess telepathy. Yeah, let's say that. Okay, next question. Would you rather move to a new city or town every week or never be able to leave the city or town you were born in? I would rather... I've traveled a lot and I feel really grateful for those experiences, and I don't know what I would be like without them necessarily. However, moving every week is so frequent for the rest of your life. So I think in the end I would say I'd rather never be able to leave the town I was born in, because I do place a lot of importance on community and getting to know a place and knowing the people and supporting them and being supported by them. I think that's really important, and it's actually something I do kind of have despite moving quite a bit, so I also feel really lucky for that, and I don't think I would give that up. Would you rather, this one's silly, would you rather be a reverse mermaid / merman or a reverse centaur? I would rather be I think both fish and horse heads are gross. A horse's body is beautiful and very powerful, but the face is stranger than I think people really admit to. That said, I think I would rather be a reverse centaur, because fish faces that would smell, I think. Would you rather be a famous director or a famous actor? So basically, would you rather be in front of or behind the camera, like realize your own vision, or be a part of realizing someone else's vision, but be more famous? And the latter, I believe. I would rather be a famous director. I'd rather be a little less famous in terms of facial recognition. Seems like a pro to me instead of a con. And I think directing would be great. I like the whole idea of it being a really collaborative process, but also being in charge. Sounds fun to me. Would you rather live the next 10 years of your life in China or Russia? So similar in many ways and so different. I would do China, because I've been there before and I feel like I have a better idea of what I would be getting into. Would you rather be able to be free from junk mail or free from email spam for the rest of your life? I don't get that much of either, because I'm really careful about it. But I think I'd rather be free of junk mail for the rest of my life, because it's actual physical waste that you have to deal with, and it's also probably just awful for the environment. I've never seen numbers on what all the junk mail amounts to, but I can imagine it's great. So I would do that. Would you rather have super sensitive taste or super sensitive hearing? I think super sensitive hearing, which I kind of already do. Not super sensitive, like I can't hear someone, I don't know, locking their door 2 miles away. But when I'm filming, I hear everything. I'm sure as many of us do. Just everything. Super sensitive taste seems more like it could get disgusting. I think I read an article or saw some kind of short documentary, like a TV show, but documentary format, on taste tester type people who work with food scientists. And they have super sensitive tastes. And I just remember this one scene of these 2 women taking a little nibble of an Oreo, and they could tell which Oreos had been made in the same batch and which Oreos had been made in different batches, just with their tongues. And the whatever the variable was that was separating the batches, which I found just wild, because I don't have a good sense of taste. Like if I have a glass of wine or something, I mean, I have no idea when people are talking about what it tastes like and stuff. I have no idea. I just can't. Would you rather lose all your money and valuables or all the pictures you have ever taken? I take pictures. I'm not a photographer, but I really like messing around with certain kinds of cameras. I think I would rather lose all my money and valuables. I think it's a hard one, but there are some pictures that I have that are just so beautiful, and I would never get them back. And the memory of the picture isn't the same thing. I would keep my pictures. Would you rather live in a haunted house where the ghosts ignore you and do their own thing, or be a ghost in a house living out a pleasant and uneventful week from your life again and again and again and again and again and again? I would rather there be like ghosts chilling around me doing their own thing than go through a single week from my life again and again. The repetition of that sounds really painful. So I'd rather chill with harmless ghosts as a human. Would you rather not be able to open any closed doors, locked or unlocked, or not be able to close any open doors? So you can't open any closed doors. You either can't open doors or you can't close doors. Either way, you would always need to leave your house or apartment with someone who could, or like enter or leave your house or apartment with someone who could protect it by opening or closing the doors. This is the last one, and I don't know how to answer it. I would rather, I guess, if you never can open a door, you're more likely to get stuck somewhere, which sounds awful. And if you can never close the door, maybe you lack certain privacies, like going to the bathroom or going home and being just in your place without strangers looking in. but I think I would rather be able to open the doors I want, even if it meant I couldn't close them. Yeah, and then in very dire circumstances, I would ensure that I found someone or recruit a trustworthy looking passerby to close the door after me. Like when I went home, I guess. Yeah, I'll do it that way. So, thanks for listening. If you have any answers to any of these, or as I was speaking, if you thought of something I did not think of that you think would change one of my answers, let me know, because this is very important business, because there's like little would you rather gods who listen to your answers, and one day these things may come to pass and they will do the thing you said. So I need to make sure that I answered correctly. I hope you are super well, and I will see you soon.